Okay, so the very first thing we need to do in order to make our Handyman website is to purchase the domain and hosting. So the domain and hosting, so the domain name is, suppose, let me just show you the example, is this tasvirwebsolutions.com. This is the domain name. Okay, this is the domain name. This is the custom domain name which you need to set, and the hosting is the place, is the online storage, online remote storage or server where your website is going to live, your website files, your website, all the program codes, etc. All the contents of your website is going to live on the hosting. So domain and hosting are two separate things, and the when you so the domain needs to be connected to the hosting. Okay, so if you purchase the, you can purchase the domain from, suppose, GoDaddy, and hosting, suppose, from Bluehost. You can have an existing domain or somewhere else, and you can use that for a hosting you purchase from somewhere else, such as SiteGround. But you need to connect those so that the domain will point to the hosting. Okay, but it is recommended, it is best to purchase both the domain and hosting from a single place, so you get the support. So it's easier to connect, and when you contact the support, it would be easier for them to help you connect the domain and hosting together. Okay, so after that, so for purchasing domain and hosting, the number one choice I would suggest, I would recommend for newbie WordPress user, for a new person who is going to build a website, is Bluehost. So Bluehost is the, I think, the most reliable and easy to use, like it's got the most easiest to use interface for newbie users who wants to build a website using WordPress. Okay, so then what you need to do, so you come to Bluehost, and then you see over here they provide a free domain name, so you don't need to pay for the domain name. They will provide, I think, for a 1 year they'll provide a free domain name. They will provide free SSL. So what is a free SSL? SSL means, the SSL is a certificate. You see the lock icon over here, when you click on it, so it shows the connection is secure. So when your browser interacts with your server, the connection is secure, means that no person is going to come and intervene. Suppose you insert a password in your browser. Okay, so if the connection is not secure, someone can come in between, such as a hacker, and steal your information. But if this SSL certificate is installed, then all the information that you pass from your browser to your hosting is going to be secure, is going to be encrypted, and no one is going to be able to steal your information. So this SSL certificate is very important, and it is also important because Google considers this, having a website having a SSL certificate, as secure, and it will rank your website on the better, on the top, more top. Okay, so that's a must. And free CDN is, suppose it is your hosting, your information is not going to like live only on one place, on your hosting. It's going to spread your spread the files and different things which takes times to load on different parts of the world, so that it will help your website load faster. Okay, so it will help your website load faster. Mainly it does help your website load faster, content delivery network. Okay, so that's what I can say, explain in a very easy way. So it is also very important, and they are providing it for free. Okay, and money back guarantee is very important. Suppose you are not happy with their service, you will get message them and ask for your money back. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so when you click on get started, that building our website. Okay, so I will just click over here again, get started. Okay, so for the basic package, so I would suggest, as you are only starting out, like I'm assuming that you are a newbie building want to build a Handyman website, so you will just need to purchase this package for the one hosting. Okay, then if you need any, if you grow your business and want to have multiple websites, then you can like upgrade your package anytime but contacting with the support. So that's no issue. But the very first thing is you need to do is like set up a one website properly. Okay, so one website, purchasing hosting for one website is more than enough, and they provide free domain for first year, custom security. For security they provide free SSL, which is very first year they will provide you free SSL. Then from then on you will need to pay for it per year, and also for the domain name. Okay, so this one is enough. Just click on select. Okay, so this part is important. It will ask you to like purchase your domain name. Okay, so this part is for create a new domain name. So I am assuming that you do not have a domain name right now because you are just starting out from scratch. So I am assuming that you don't have anything right now. So this is a one, and use a domain name you own. Suppose you own a domain name, suppose in another platform such as GoDaddy or like another hosting register, so domain register, then you can input your domain name over here and click on proceed with next. But we are going to create a new domain name and see if it's available. So over here you can see different kind of extension, .com, .online, .website, but .co.uk, so many, but I would recommended .com. Okay, then for our Handyman website, suppose I am targeting the state of California, suppose, and I want to create a domain name, unique domain name. Suppose I am typing out Superior Handyman CA, Superior Handyman CA.com. So let me click next and see if it's available. The domain Superior Handyman CA.com is available. Okay, so CA I think is for the state of California. Now what you need to do, you need to fill out your first name, last name, business name, like if you like I can fill out like Superior Handyman over here, so it's optional, you don't need to, and choose the country. Okay, address, provide your state. Okay, postal code, phone number, make sure that you enter it properly. Okay, email address, make sure that you enter a valid email address. It is very important, like it is very important you enter a valid email address, because they are going to send you like your login information, and your like if you need to reset your password, then this email you need to do it through this email address. So make sure that you enter a email address which is accessible to you. And for the plan, okay, for the plan, account basic, service 12 month, hosting price is so they are charging from $2.95 per month, and for 12 months it is 35.40, which is very cheap, and it is recommended that you purchase for 12 months, because like if you forget about it, then it's going to be a hassle. So make sure that you purchase for 12 months. Primary domain registration Superior Handyman CA.com, and you get the accessible certificate. And check over here carefully, so which things you need. Yoast SEO Premium, I don't think you need it. You will not need it. Yoast SEO, I'm going to like we are going, when you are building a website, the free version is enough, so no need to check this. Domain privacy and protection, yes, you will need this, because when you register a domain, like sometimes when this is not domain privacy and protection is not set up, like people can get your information such as name, email address, etc. from the internet. So it's better you keep this check. Site backup, very important. Okay, site backup is important. Suppose in case you mess up your website, which is very possible with WordPress, if you try to like edit the codes or do something weird, then you might break your website. So if you have it backed up, then you are safe and have a peace of mind. Okay, single domain SSL, we don't need the SSL because we got the SSL free for the first year. Site log security essentials, we don't need it for now because I'm going to show you another plugin, a free plugin, I think security, which will just do the work and you will not need to pay for this. Google WordPress, no need. And this, so then you just insert your like in payment information and just submit, check over here, submit, and follow the rest of the steps. Okay, so I'm not going to like do this waste my time on this. I'm going to show you the rest of the things. So this is very basic, you can do it yourself. And right after you like open up after you submit and just create your account and log into Bluehost, the very first thing they are going to do is they are going to ask you to install WordPress. It is very easy, like the easiest, I think installing WordPress through Bluehost is the easiest thing I have seen. Okay, like most of the newbie clients I have like asked or referred to Bluehost, they are already like they create an account and immediately they install WordPress without any hassle. Okay, so I hope you will be able to do it. Okay, then what you need to do, then after you create a Bluehost account, if you after purchasing the domain hosting, then you need to do is purchase Elementor. So Elementor is they've got a free version and they've got a pro version. Okay, so free version, but the free version you have got a lot of important elements, lot of essential elements which are locked. Okay, such as the form, which will be the like the main piece of your business form, like because with the form your clients are going to submit their information and try to contact you. It is using the form you are going to collect the leads for your business. So and Elementor Pro has got those, not the free version of Elementor. So you need to purchase Elementor to get the advanced and essential like elements. Okay, so you'll need to purchase. So this is the page builder for buying the Elementor Pro plugin. So what you need to do, you need to choose this one, $59 per year for a single website. That is good enough. Okay, you need to click on buy now and proceed with rest of the steps. Okay, you need to click on buy now, and what you'll need to do, you just provide your all the information etc and just pay. Okay, what you know, so I have already purchased it, so I am not going to go through this again. So because I already own Elementor Pro. Okay, so that was the part. So after you purchase it, Elementor Pro, then they are going to then you will have a account, Elementor Pro account. So that will come I'll show you in the rest of the steps how you can of installing Elementor. In the next step I'm going to show you the back end of the WordPress website and that and the plugins and the essential themes and plugins which you need to install to set up WordPress in the initial stage. So it is coming up in the next part of this video. So I hope you've found this useful till now. So let's go to the next part of this video and see explore the backend of the WordPress website and install essential themes and plugins. Okay, so now we are going to make the logo for our website. To do that, we are going to use a free online logo maker called logomaker.com. And firstly, we are going to get some ideas about the logo we are going to have. So I'm going to just type in on Google Handyman website logo and see what kind of images comes up. So we are going to make a very simple one because we are doing it for free. Just text kind of like this. Okay, the Handyman. You see spanner. This one is simple, kind of, but we are going to do it differently. Okay, so we are going to click on start our design. So remember our domain name was Superior Handyman CA. Okay, so we are going to do something like that. Create new design. Okay, next. Fine. So what are we going to do? We are going to search for spanner. So Handyman, like they try to fix things, right? They fix things. So we are going to like use kind of this kind of graphics, a spanner kind of graphics, like this one. This one seems good. So what are we going to do? We are going to use a combination of blue and green colors. Okay, so I've done a few like courses on Udemy about colors. So blue represents kind of trust and green represent kind of health. So I'm going to use a combination of this for making our logo. And to grab the colors, I'm going to visit the website flatUIcolors.com. So we can get different types of colors from there. Okay, so I will just add the text over here. Text. So I am going to write Superior Handyman CA. Now let's add the CA differently. Superior Handyman. Okay, now let's see what kind of colors are available over here. We can use this blue over here. No, this is green. Let's use this blue over here, and let's change the color to this one. Paste. Is this the one? Let's add this one. Let's see. Okay, okay, the colors changed. Superior Handyman. And let's see what kind of fonts they use. They kind of use this kind of fonts. So let's go to googlefonts.com and see what kind of similar fonts are available over there. Okay, let's see. Let's use a display font. So what are we going to do? We need to use something kind of bold over here. You see, this is kind of boldish type of a font kind of over here. This one, let's see if this one is available over there. Let's just use one over here. I think this one looks good. Superior Handyman. Also let's Superior Handyman CA. Okay, looks good. Great. Now what you're going to do, we need to add another line which will say something about the slogan, like about your website. Okay, so I think we are going to use this one font, Nunit, over here. Okay, and just type in you break we fix. Okay, Let's make this smaller. So this is just a temporary logo for you to get started. This is not something professional. Okay, so this is just something temporary. Okay, you can move this over here in the back of this, and let's place our colors. Let's use this green over here for this text over here. Okay, looks better. Superior Handyman CF. How about we rotate this a bit? Now let's just keep this. Let's just move this a bit left. Let's make this smaller. Okay, I think another thing we can add a line. Let's add a line, divider line. Okay, I think we can use this one over here. Let's just rotate this. And make it smaller. No, it doesn't look good. Let's add another kind of line. Let's try this one out. Just a kind of dividing. So this is, I'm not a logo, this is just temporary logo. Like once again, this is not meant to be like your permanent logo over here. So it's just the something to get you started. Okay, okay, let's just fine, I guess it was. Yes. Nah, it doesn't look good over there. Let's see if we can find any another spanner icons or hammer kind of. Let's see if a hammer works. Hammer. Maybe we can use this one. Let's try this one out and see how it looks with this. Nah, it doesn't look good. I think this one works. Okay, I think this will work for now. Let's make this a bit smaller. Okay, view break we fix. I think this will slightly up. Let's move it a bit down. I think let's just work with this. Okay, so I think it's fine, I guess. Okay, so it's just a temporary logo, so you can, I hope you can make this one like a bit better. So just take information in inspiration over here. Okay, inspiration. So this is just a temporary logo. Okay, so just get creative and make whatever you feel like. Okay, and if you want a professional logo, then you can hire someone like from Fiverr, like to make something good. Okay, you can visit Fiverr and like pay them to make a good looking logo, get different concepts. But until then, you can just use this logo maker to make yourself a temporary logo. Okay, so just showing you how to do that. Over here, what you're going to do, you're going to download. So this is for free. Okay, all you need to do is download the low resolution PNG file. Okay, I accept terms and condition and free low resolution PNG file. Show in folder, and this will give you the logo with the transparent background. Copy, no, just cut and cut logo and paste. So here is a logo, and this is how. Okay, just opening it up. And another thing what you need to do is you need to save the link over here, right? This is the link to the logo you have just made, in case you need to change the text and text in the future. So all you need to do is to come over here and create a new text file, logo, link, and paste the link of the logo so you can access it later on. Save. Fine, close it. And okay, another thing we can do is, so that's about it from now. Like let's check out our logo, how it looks. Okay, let's see. So this is our logo. Like this is just a simple kind of logo over here, simple logo. So this is what we're going to use for now, and so that's about it. So this is how you can make a logo using the logo maker website. Okay, so now let's go to the next part of the video, where we're going to install the necessary themes and plugins from the WordPress backend, so we can get started building our website. So that's about it. Okay, so after you install WordPress either through Bluehost or any other hosting provider you purchase, then it's going to be like vanilla WordPress with the plain default WordPress theme with the default contents, etc. This is how plain it looks like, white kind of. This is how plain it will look. So we are going to need to put in the work to make it look like an actual website. Okay, uh, uh, so now we are going to explore the back end of our website and install the necessary plugins and themes that we are going to need to build our website. So to access the back end of the website, what are we going to need to do? Let's open up another tab. We are going to need to copy this domain name, suppose, paste it here, and then add this line wp-admin and then hit enter. So I have already saved my username and password in Chrome, so I'm going to just hit login. So this is how the back end of the WordPress looks like, and this is how it will look like after you have like the administration access. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is like install the necessary themes and plugin. But if you have purchased, like if you have installed WordPress through Bluehost, then it is very easy for you to log in. All you need to do, just log into your Bluehost account. There you will find the option to directly log into the WordPress backend from your Bluehost account itself. And right after you have purchased Bluehost, then this domain name is not going to look right for some time. It's going to be just a jumbled up character and not going to be your domain name, because it takes a bit of time for Bluehost to connect the domain name with the hosting. So for temporary, you will see a kind of random characters over here. Then after like a day or two, then you will see your correct domain name which you have purchased or which you have set over here. Okay, so this is just a staging site which I have set up to show you that how to make the Handyman website. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to install the necessary themes and plugin. So firstly, let's install the themes. Go to the themes, and currently it's now 2023, the default WordPress editor. We are going to add a new theme, and we are going to install the hello theme. See this hello? If you don't find this over here, just type in hello. We are going to install hello Elementor. Just type this one, hello Elementor. See, so this is the hello Elementor. Hello Elementor is a theme by Elementor, and which is very like stripped down version, like no extra codes, just totally stripped down with the bare minimum of things, because we are going to use Elementor to build up everything. So you don't need to like lots of options in your theme. If your theme is lightweight, then it's going to be better. Your website is going to load faster and perform better. So let's install, just not just worry, let's just install it. Okay, it's installing. Okay, install, then activate it. Okay, so hello is Elementor. So if you go to the front end of the website and then hit refresh, then you see that it changes, the styling changes. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to go to plugins and add new. Then you need to search for Elementor. Okay, then you need to install. There are two components of Elementor. First is the Elementor free version of Elementor, then okay, activate it, and okay, fine, I'll just close it for now. Okay, great. So Elementor is installed, and then again add new. We are going to install this plugin. Is also very important for SEO, Yoast SEO. Yoast SEO. So this is the one, Yoast SEO. Very nice plugin, very useful plugin, and most importantly for SEO. Then activate it. Cool, installed. Okay, so I also like to install another plugin, free plugin. Let me search Elementor again. I also like to install this plugin, Essential Add-ons for Elementor. It adds further elements to your Elementor page builder. So just install it. It's very quite good plugin. It's also got like over 1 million plus installed, so great stuff. Okay, cool. And now what we're going to do, we are going to need to install Elementor Pro. Very important, because if you don't install Elementor Pro, lots of useful pro items are going to be like locked. Okay, you'll need those items, especially for the form element. Form element of Elementor is very reliable. You are going to receive the email when one of your potential customer or client is going to add your, like, send you a message, you are going to receive the email, and that data of the email is also going to be stored on the backend of the website. Okay, so after you have purchased, I believe you have purchased Elementor Pro. If after you have purchased Elementor Pro, you will need to log into the Elementor Pro Elementor account. Then you will need to click over here. Okay, this is the Elementor Pro file. Okay, fine. Then what you need to do, you need to come to plugins, add new, and then click over here, upload plugin, and simply drag and drop it to the choose file. Okay, so this will automatically select, then click on install now. Okay, it's installing, just be patient. So depending on your, like, whatever hosting you use, so it will depend on that hosting, like how quickly the plugin is installed. So for Bluehost it's going to be like very quick. Okay, then click on activate plugin. Okay, cool, Elementor Pro is installed. Then what you need to do, then you come over here, hover over Elementor, go to license. You'll need to activate the license key of Elementor. So make sure that you are over here logged into your Elementor Pro account, and then over here you need to click on connect and activate. Okay, then it will redirect you. So let me just pause the video for a while and then connect my Elementor Pro license with the this website. So I'll just pause it for a while. Okay, so I have connected my Elementor Pro license, and you see license has been activated successfully. So you so what you need to do, you need to make sure, like, that you need to use, like, always try to use like genuine plugins. Okay, like either free ones. Whenever it comes to using free plugins, make sure that the plugins are like good reputations, they got a good reputation. And then if you, for the pro ones, make sure that you purchase it from the right developer. Okay, like from the original developer who are making the plugin, and never ever install like cracked themes or plugin. It's going to harm your website, and your website is going to be more prone to being hacked or like blacklisted by Google. So never install or use pirated themes or cracked themes or plugin. Okay, so this is about it from for this part. Next, in the next part of this video, like, we're going to do the basics SEO setups and do the basic setups for our website. So let's go to the next and do that. Okay, so now we are going to do the basic setups for our website. So firstly, go to settings, and over here you need to set the site title, which is the name of our website, and the tagline. So remember what is set for the, like, the site title, and let's see our logo, Superior Handyman CA, and the subtitle is small kind of, but it's you break we fix. Okay, so all you need to do is come over here and write down the name of the website, Superior Handyman CA. You see the name appears over here, and for the tagline you are going to add the one we added in the logo. Sorry, you break, we fix. So that's the simple simple kind of, okay. And then over here, so now we need to set the save changes. Let's see, check. Okay, let's check if everything else is okay. Over here you can change the site language. If you are German, you can set it to Germany, French, etc. All are available over here. And you can also set your time zone if you want, date format, time format. Okay, so set the site title and tagline and then save changes. Now let's go to discussion. Okay, and then go to, let's check the privacy one, the privacy writing, reading. Okay, this one is very important. Under settings and in the reading, over here search engine visibility, make sure this is unchecked. Okay, so we want our website to be searchable on Google. We want Google crawlers to crawl our website and get the information from our website. If you have this checked on, then Google is not going to crawl our website and not going to get the data and not going to appear on Google search. So make sure this is unchecked. Okay, so that's the important part. And then we are going to go to the over here permalinks. Make sure this is set to post name. Okay, so this looks nice. Over here if you set this to this appears as random character. So make this, we have this is the sample post, just a simple name of the post separated by dash. Okay, this is good for SEO. Just select the post name and save changes. Great. Now we are going to go to appearance, customize. Now let's just open this up in a new tab. Okay, so on the under site identity we need to add a logo. Okay, remember the logo we made, so let's just edit however it looks. So for the SEO, we need to care about the SEO. So under alt text we need to add superior handyman CA. Just copy this and paste it over here too, so Google will get the information. Just paste it everywhere else. This is good for SEO. Fine. Skip cropping. See, the logo appears over here. Not the best looking logo, but works. Okay, let's try to like over here. The site icon is the one which appears over here. You see, this is the, you see over here small icon over here. This is the fav icon. So it's easy for people to browse. Okay, so let's select this, and what you can do, you can crop it. Let's make the spanner the fav icon. Okay, you see over here fav icon. So this pair of spanner is going to appear over here. So let's crop image. See, small a bit, two spanners showing over here, so it looks a bit nicer. Great. And so that's about it from this part. Okay, now let's refresh our page. Fine, decent looking logo right now, looking a bit better. So this is the basic setup in this part of the video. So in the next part of our video we are going to have a look, we are going to do the website research. We are going to search for Handyman websites and try to find out the best ones and use X examples to make our Handyman website. So that's about it. So let's go to the next part of the video and go through the next. Okay, so in this part of the video we are going to look for like example Handyman websites from Google and choose our example sites which we can make easily make and which will be effective for our website. So let's in the search bar or in Google over here, let's type handyman services in California. Okay, so over here you see that these are sponsors links, so let's choose from different ones. So let's check this out how it looks. So we're going to look for simple websites. This one looks fine. Okay, this one looks good. Okay, so there is a slider behind in the hero section, call to action, repairs, installation, painting. Not bad, it's a decent website. Contact form at the end, so this is good. This is good. A call to action over here, great. Now let's check this one how it looks. Oh, this doesn't look quite as good as the previous one. It's okay, but I think this one is a bit better. Like, okay, so now let's choose this one. However, this one over here, taking a lot of time to load. Not a good website because it's taking quite a lot of time. It's good over here, it's okay. I like the call to action over here. Schedule is a house call, and over here you see this sticky button over here, that's good. Logo is good. It's okay, but it's kind of vague. Testimonial section is okay. I like the testimonial section. Let's see if there is any testimonial section over here. Nope, no testimonial section. It's okay, but I don't like the design. Like, I don't think it's kind of unclear. The content of the website is kind of unclear. It looks good, but the message over here, like, it's not vague, like it's not as good as this one. But I do like this call to action buttons over here, that there are like several call to action buttons on the website, which I think is good. And I like this part over here, like this testimonial section over here. We can have something like this on our website. If you have testimonials, if you have done some kind of jobs, handyman jobs, and have some testimonials. So here is a call to action over here. That's fine. Okay, so let's keep this open up. These are Google from businesses. This is from Yelp, so this is a directory website, so we're not going to not looking for directory websites. Let's Mr. Handyman, California. So let's check this out. So this is a sub page. Okay, let's go to the main page and see how it looks. I'm not a big fan of the header, it's too complicated. Lots of options over here, so that's kind of for a big region, so it's not about this site. I like this section over here because it's got different kind of like options over here. You see, recently completed projects. Okay, so why this is not, why is this cut off? Block, not sure about what this is. So about this site, I only like this section over here. This is something which we can have in the second section of our website. Okay, assembly repair, because it shows the kind of services we provide. Okay, so this is a good thing to have. Let's check out more websites. No, this is seems like a directory website. Angie's List, 10 best handyman in California. Now this is kind of California license. This is about licensing super handyman service. Let's check this out. Okay, this is kind of good. This is kind of good. There is a large call to action over here. Okay, it's, I only like the header of this site, but other things are not that good. The other parts are not that good, only the header. Okay, so let's just for now stick to these examples. This one over here. So I like this, the overall design of this, like all the contents, how these are managed. I like this. Okay, there's a hero section over here with repair items. Okay, handyman services. For this site, I like the call to actions over here. I like these testimonial sections for this site. That's good. We can have something similar. Call to action, yes, we can have. That's it. And for this site, I like this section, especially over here. Over here, you see. This section, I am not sure, but let's keep this opened up. For this one, I think this header is quite good. Okay, so our website is going to be a single page website, because for you it would be easy to make and get started. Okay, so let's, so what you're going to do, we are going to like create this is a text file I've created, and let's just copy paste the links and save the links to these example websites. Copy, paste, and then over here let's, okay, so why is this kind of like this? Let's just click and get a simpler link. Okay, now let's just copy this and paste this, and then copy this and paste this also for this one. Okay, also let's make sure to add notes to each of these, like beside each of this. So we like this the overall content and layout of this website, right? So we can say, for this we can say overall structure and layout for this website. Okay, and for this website we like the schedule buttons over here and the testimonial section. Okay, so let's make sure to note this down. Schedule buttons and testimonial section. Mr. Handyman, for this website we like the services section. Okay, so this is a simple one which you can use. Services section, and for Super Handyman we like the header. Okay, let's check that the footer is not good. Let's check which is gonna good footer. No, I think let's check this, the footer of this. I think this footer is good enough. For footer we can use this. There's got contact area over here, contact section, email, phone number, address, etc. So we can include the footer to footer. So let's make sure to save it. So that's about it for now. This is the research and finding out example websites which you are going to use as base as an inspirations for building our Handyman website. So that's about it. Now let's go to the next part, in which we are going to create a new page, an SEO title and meta description. So okay, so now we are going to create a new page and then do on page optimization for our website. Okay, so go to pages and click on add new. Okay, after you are here, then simply name the page home page for now. Okay, then click on publish. Okay, great. Now over here you see that there are options from Yoast SEO plugin, SEO, readability, etc. Ignore the readability for now. Okay. Okay, so after you get over here, so you see this preview. This is how your website is going to appear on Google search. Okay, so you see over here that for now it is set to home, superior, handyman, CA, and this is meta description, the description you see on Google. Okay, so what you need to do now, you need to optimize it for best SEO. SEO is basically, in my opinion, is targeting specifically specific kind of users. Okay, so your website the website we are making is based on California, but California itself, it's a very big state, right? So what you're going to do now, we are going to target specific area in California. So let's just search for it. Cities in California. So you see there are different cities, Los Angeles, San Diego. So we can use this. So you see San Diego. We can use, suppose we are targeting the San Diego website, which got a population more than 1 million. Okay, so let's target even more, areas in San Diego. Okay, how many areas are in San Diego? 8 incorporated cities. Okay, okay, let's target specific neighborhoods inside San Diego. Okay, because let's check San Diego. No, it's not giving specific. let's check this one. Neighborhoods in San Diego. So it gives you this lots of neighborhoods. Okay, so it's better to target specific areas or neighborhoods inside a city, so that whenever someone searches for a handyman, like handyman, then he or she is going to he or she is going to want to target for specifically for each area, so he gets the service as soon as possible. So let's target this one, Bankers Hill. Okay, so over here we see that on the SEO title, you see over here, this is the SEO title. This is the title which is going to appear on your Google search when someone searches Google. Top handyman services in Beverly Hills, let's make sure the spelling is correct, San Diego. San Diego, California. Okay, great. Okay, fine. Over here in the meta description, you can include the services you provide, right? So you just include this. We provide handyman services such as repairs, make sure the spellings are correct, repairs, installation, painting, let's include even more services. Let's get from over here. We included repair, carpentry, drywall, installation we include, painting we include, assembly we can include, like you need to assemble some product or products which you got, packaging, assembly, and carpentry we can include, carpentry. Let's see what else we can include. Painting we included, drywall we can include, and drywall in Bankers Hill, San Diego, let's include just comma, San Diego, CA. So all the relevant keywords we have included, so it's good to go. So we can just keyword, focus keyword, just type in handyman. It's not necessary, it's just to test how good your like keyword analysis is, right? Like how good, how many times your like the keyword handyman appears on your like meta description and the title, SEO title. So this is how your website is going to appear on Google search when someone searches for handyman services in Bankers Hill, San Diego, California, okay, or specifically Bankers Hill. So it's better you should target area wise instead of like targeting a big region such as the whole California state, even San Diego. So the more targeted your like SEO is, then it's better, it's most likely someone is going to find it. So for example, let me just show you, let me just update it quickly so everything is safe. So let me just show you, suppose I live in Dhaka city, and inside Dhaka city, Uttara is a specific area inside the Dhaka city. So for a repairman, for a TV repair guy, I created a website targeting the Uttara area. So what I'm going to do, I search for Uttara TV repair in Uttara. So Uttara is a specific area inside Dhaka city. So when I search for it, you see the very first website is the website I made. Okay, so this is the website I made for a TV repair guy, and it appears immediately. Okay, you see over here it appears, and this is the website which I made. This is my website. See, this is made by me, Tasveer Mahmood. Okay, so if you target specific area, like there will be less competition. Okay, so make sure that you target specific area. Okay, so I hope you found this, like you have understood the concept which I am trying to explain over here. Oh, another thing you need to do after you have made the page and did the on page SEO, you need to set this at the front page of the website. Right now it is not as the front page. Okay, so what you're going to do, you need to go to the dashboard, you can go to settings and then reading, and over here you need to set this your home page displays a static page, and from your home page you select the new home page we created and then save changes. And then when you reload the page, so our home page is going to display right over here. So right now it's kind of blank and nothing is over here, but we are going to soon we are going to make it and turn it into a proper website, so no need to worry. So that's about it in this part. So in the next part we are going to make the header and footer for our websites. So let's go. And before going on to make the header and footer, we are going to set the global fonts and global colors for our website. So let's check out these websites. So we are going to use two types of fonts for our website. For the header font we are going to choose something bold, and for the body font we are going to choose something a bit normal, or like normal font weight, etc. You see these header fonts are a bit bold kind of, you see over here. Okay, so most of the time we use Google fonts. Okay, so let's go to fonts.google.com. But instead of loading them directly, we are going to host these Google fonts locally on our website, because I think if you are watching from Europe this video, then you are not allowed to use Google fonts directly, load it directly from their servers. If you do that, then you are going to be fined €100 and face more consequences. So we are going to download and use Google fonts and upload it to our Elementor website to host it locally, and then use it. Okay, then use it, because then you are going to be safe, and then you will not be loading it from the directly from the Google servers, and then will not face any issues. Okay, so to do that, firstly we need to do is let's just do this over here, new fonts. Okay, let's save this. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to use a font called Poppins, because I like this font is a bit modern in my opinion, and it got many variants. It got the light variants, extra light, and it's also got the super bold, which is very dark and very heavy. Okay, so lots of variants. So we are going to use two of these, and so we need to firstly download this font family from over here. Okay, show in folder, cut, and So in the over here I save, and then over here you extract here. Okay, it's extracted. Okay, let's see what kind of, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 3 variants over here: font Poppins regular, Poppins, so this is how the regular looks like, Poppins bold, and then Poppins semi bold somewhere over here, semi bold. Okay, so let's go to Elementor and firstly upload these fonts. So in the, from the back end, hover over Elementor and then go to custom fonts. Okay, after I go over here, then make sure like then click on add new over here. So firstly let me upload the Poppins bold, add font variation, TTF file, click on over here, upload. Poppins bold, you see over here bold, Poppins bold. Okay, now select TTF file, fine, then publish. So Poppins bold is uploaded, you see the preview over here, and we add the other fonts. This is Poppins regular, add font variation, TTF file, upload. Poppins regular, upload it, select TTF file and then click over here, publish. This is the preview, and then again add new, then now let's add Poppins semi bold. We are going to use this for the button. Okay, Poppins semi bold, add font variation, TTF file, upload. Over here Poppins semi bold. Okay, publish. So we are not going to use Google Fonts. Okay, so by default the Elementor page loads some Google fonts such as Roboto. Okay, so we'll need to disable the default fonts and colors of Elementor, so we can globally set the font colors and default font families and colors ourselves globally. So go to Elementor and then go to settings and then check these two options: default colors, disable default fonts, and then click save changes, and then go to advanced and then Google Fonts. Over here disable. Okay, fine, then we are sure that no Google font is loaded from the servers. Okay, so great. So now let's go to, now we're going to set the global fonts and colors. Okay, then we are going to this the front page, then let's use this sample page like to set our global fonts and colors. Go inside this sample page. Let's just delete all this stuff, we don't need this, it's just a sample page. Okay, delete. Okay, update, so we can use this. Okay, then edit with Elementor. Fine. Okay, so this is how our sample page looks like. Okay, heading. So firstly we are going to do, there are 6 type of headings. Heading 1, let's start with heading 1, and then duplicate it, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is heading, heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. Okay, these are all the headings. Now let's add the paragraph over here. So this is how the paragraph text look like. Then let's add the button element. Okay, click over here, update. Okay, great. Now what you need to do, we need to apply the global fonts and colors. So what I'm going to do first is, so we need to use the colors which we used for our font, so for our logo. So let's click on the logo over here and let's visit the logo using our logo link. Okay, click over here, visit the logo. Okay, so this is our logo, and so suppose, so to set the fonts globally, you need to go over here, okay, and then go to site settings, and let's go to typography over here, and for the body font we are going to use what color, let's see what color use for this, black, but I prefer to use hashtag 333. Okay, it's not completely black, it's kind of a darkish gray. Okay, not completely black, so 333. okay, cool. So for the body font we are going to use the colors 333, and then we are going to save this color dark and name it dark. Just give a name so you can refer to it. Okay, Handyman dark, create, fine. And then for the typography of the body font, it is also the base font. Body font means this paragraph, but when you set it, it's going to be applied for all the headings too. Okay, so we are going to set it to Poppins regular. You see all of them change, and I want the body font to be a bit bigger, so I want to set it to 18. Sorry, this is the paragraph spacing. Sorry, so paragraph spacing let's set to 0, so there is no unnecessary characters before that. So for the body font I want to change the size to 18, so it's visible. Okay, or will it be set to 20? No, it's a bit big. 18 is a standard size. Line height we can set to 22. Okay, cool. And then let's start. For the links we can have different color. For the links we can have this blue color for the links. Okay, let's just copy this color, and then for the links we can set to blue. So the button color also we are going to fix that, no problem. and okay, that's fine. Let's set to blue for now. And what I'm going to do, we are going to have all the headings. So let's save this blue color. Okay, let's save this to Handyman blue. Create. For all the heading fonts, we are going to have it in blue color. So let's just change them all to blue. So all headings you see changes to blue. That's great. So you don't need to do it one by one. So, but I want the heading size to be different. Okay. Oh, sorry. All these are okay. Let me just quickly just go to. Let me just quickly go to the. This is the site editor. So all of these are heading 1. We need to change this to different kind of heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. Okay, fine. Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Okay, now let's go back to the site settings again. Now let's start working. Go to typography. Okay, fine. So heading 1 is this. I want it to be Poppins bold. Okay. So by beautiful, the page title you have set is heading 1. I want the font size to be 45. Cool. For heading 2, I also want it to be blue, but I want the heading size to be 35, and I also want it to be Poppins bold. For the heading 3, I want it to be blue, and font family I want it to be Poppins bold. I want it to be 25, and for heading 4, I also want it to be blue, Poppins bold. Sorry, Poppins bold. Oh, sorry, I'm working on the 5. Okay, just set it. Sorry, I'm working on the Poppins. Let's work on the heading 4, Poppins bold, and then set it to 20. Okay, set it to 20. Fine. For the heading 5, we are going to blue, Poppins bold, and we are going to set it as the same as the paragraph. Okay, 18. And for the heading 6, just set it to blue. Okay, and Poppins bold. So that's okay. So we are done with this font settings. Okay, now let's work on the button. For the button, we are going to use the color green. Okay, for the button, we are going to color green. So over here, get back over here, and then go to buttons, and we need to grab the green color. So I want the button background to be green, so I want to grab this green color over here from the logo we made. Okay, then go over here, color, okay. So why did all this change? Okay, let's just don't worry, let's go to back, just fix the issue. Typography. Okay, it's just a bug, don't worry about it. Let's go back to the button we are working on, and then copy it. Okay, firstly let's set this button text color to white. Okay, and then we need to set the background color to this, but Not sure why this is not working properly. Let's check. Okay, for some reason this one is not showing the correct color, like the color code. Okay, now let's change it to this. Okay, now it's fine. Now sees the green. Okay, and then we can add a bit of border radius 10. Okay, fine, this looks better. Click on save changes and let's see if there is anything we can do. I think it looks fine. Oh, we need to save the screen color as the global color. Okay, now save it as Handyman green. Okay, cool. So I think we are now done with setting the global fonts and colors for our website. So we can just simply exit it. Now let's close the site settings. Okay, now just click over here and exit. Oh yeah, whatever, just okay, cool. So now we are done with setting the font global fonts and colors for our website. Now we can make the header and footer of our website. So now let's go to start and making the header and footer for our okay. So in this part of the video we're going to build out the header for our website, but before that we need to plan out the sections that we are going to have, okay, for our website. So I really like this website over here. This looks simple and effective. So I think according to this we can have this is the top section over here. So we call this the hero section. So let's make out some notes. Sections to include. So firstly number one is hero. Number two is over here, I think this is a kind of about section. This could have a call to action over here. About. Number three, this is why choose us section with some bullet points. Why choose us. Then we can have this services section. Services. Number 5. In addition to that, I mentioned about testimonial section. Okay, so we can this would help to convert our leads more. So we can have the testimonial section over here. So we can say the testimonials. Number 6, and in number 6 we can have schedule an appointment, okay, over here with the contact form. Schedule, or we can say contact section. The whole section we can call contact. Okay, this will have a form, and let's see if there is anything more to include. For now this will be about it, and later on you can add more section over here. So let's quickly review the other sites. Okay, so great, we can just, this is good. Okay, so firstly we'll need to make the header. We'll also need to make the menu. We are going to make a menu which will scroll to different section. Okay, so to do that, firstly we need to create the menu for our website, menu, and then we can call this menu main menu. Okay, firstly create the menu. Okay, so now let's add custom links. We will connect these links later on after we create the pages. So firstly it's better to create them, so we'll need to edit. So for the hero, we can call the top hero section the home. Okay, home, URL hash home add, and for the about we can call it about section, about, link will be hash about, and the third section is going to be why choose us. Link text will be why choose us. Then the fourth will be services. Let's copy it and call it hashtag services. And then we'll make the testimonial section. Hashtag testimonials connect, and then finally the contact section. Hashtag contact. Okay, great. Now simply save the menu. Save the menu. Okay, after saving the menu, we now proceed to make the header and footer for our website. So to do that, go to templates and then go to the theme builder. This is a Elementor Pro feature. So if you haven't purchased Elementor Pro yet, then I provided the link down in the description below. So please install Elementor Pro and proceed with me. Great. So sorry, this is a templates theme builder, and after going to the theme builder, over here you see the header. Okay, so we'll need to add the header. So it's loading. Okay, so you see there are lots of templates. So one of my favorite templates for making this kind of handyman or electrician or service based website is this one, because I'll just show it to you. Let me just insert it. Because this one got the details about, you see, about the timing, about the contact number, and about the location of your service, etc. Over here you see that the logo is already added. Let me make the logo a bit bigger. I think this will be good enough. Okay, so but we'll need to clean this up a bit. Firstly, the address. Okay, let's go to our page and let's see what kind of address we added, like what kind of details about the address we added. So you see that this is already pulling the menu. Okay, now let's just clean this up a bit. Let's make this a bit compact. Let's make the background solid color of white. Okay, we'll need to add the color white. Okay, hashtag FFF is the code for white, and let's add this white, a global color white. Okay, So over here the menu is already added, so we can match it with our the colors we have chosen. Okay, firstly let's just add our content over here in the Bankers Hill. Okay, Bankers Hill. So we are going to add this detail over here, Bankers Hill. For the icon we can choose map icon. Okay, and for the more details we can add San Diego CA. Okay, for the description. So the Bankers Hill is our main focus. So for the icon primary color we can choose Handyman green, the color we have saved, and for the content, for the title we can choose our Handyman blue color, and for the description we can choose our Handyman dark color, which are using for the text. So we are consistent. Okay, now simply all you need to do is click on right click and then copy the style and paste it. Okay, so copy, paste style. See, easily it immediately it copies and paste the style. Paste style. For this is the phone number, so we can keep this dummy phone number over here. Okay, let's just make the simple phone number 999 dash 999 dash 9999. So it's just a made up number. Okay, so you can keep this 24/7 customer support. So this explain a bit. We will change the star icon to phone icon. Okay, let's change the phone icon, and over here this is for the opening time, Monday to Friday 9. We can change the star icon with a clock icon. Monday to Friday okay, so we need to make it a bit compact. Monday to Friday 9 to 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Okay, so we can say that Sundays and okay, weekends are closed. Weekends closed. You can also keep this open if you're a startup business, handyman business, then it's better to keep your business open up in the weekends, so that people are going to be able to reach you. Okay, because most of the businesses are open closed during the weekend, so it's your time to grab the opportunity if you're a startup business. So let's set the content width to 1200 so that everything fits. So content width is under the let me just show it to you. Click over here, and then over here you will get access to content width. Make this one also content width 1200 pixels. Okay, so we need to make sure that everything fits nicely. Okay, we need to also update this. We need to also update this header colors with our brand colors. Okay, now let's make it background our Handyman blue. Okay, and over here, when you hover over the menu, it's kind of golden color. We don't want that. We would want, so click over here on the menu and style, and menu hover color change to our Handyman green. So when you hover over, it's our nice green, Handyman green. So over here we got the social icons. So let me just keep Facebook, Twitter, and change the third one to YouTube. So you can also promote your YouTube channel over here. So that's it. So okay, another thing I would like to do is there, you see there is a slight border, kind of green border. So the border is golden. We will need to set to Handyman green, so everything matches. Okay, great. So everything looks good. Now what we need to do, we need to let's check the mobile responsiveness. So click over here, responsive mode, and then go to different devices, tablet. Okay, now click over here on the menu and see how it opens. Okay, fine, looks decent. And then click on mobile. Okay, but there is a lot of this top part. Okay, so the everything else, you see that these three are hidden in mobile view, because if they also show up in mobile view, then everything is going to be cluttered. So that's why it's hidden. So now let's make a logo a bit bigger, and let's see, minimum height 100 pixel. No, we need to set the minimum height to 0. So we need to make sure that our header is compact on mobile, so it doesn't take up much space. Okay, the menu looks fine, it opens up fine. Okay, for the drop down hover color, we can change the background color to our Handyman green. See that it looks a bit nicer. Okay, cool. Okay, another thing we should do, we should make this part, blue part over here, sticky, because when clients or visitors are going to scroll in your website, then they need to make sure like these options are available, your navigation, like, so that your website is easy to navigate, so that it will stick. So let me just show you. Click over here, and over here set the Z index to 50. Okay, so that no elements on the page will just block the header. And over here under motion effects, you see, make the sticky to top. Okay, so when you scroll down, you see that blue part sticks to the top. Okay, it will be easier for people to navigate. Okay, great. So now what we're going to do, we need to click on publish, add condition, and you add the condition to the entire set. So whenever you create a new page, the header will appear all over your website. Now save and close. Okay, now you go to the page and click on refresh. You see that our header is now appearing on our page. Okay, so it looks very nice. Okay, so header is done. Another thing we could do, we missed out, is that this is very important. So you need to add a link. So whenever someone will click, okay, so this is the number. Whenever someone will click, you need to make sure that it prompts a call on when someone visits your site. We'll need to make sure that it will prompt a call. So we'll need to go to the link over here, and then colon, and then paste the number. So if you do that, it's going to prompt a phone call. So when I click over here, okay, let me just go to the front end and then click over here. You see that it is making the action to make a call, okay, from your phone. Okay, so this is how it's useful. Click, and it's going to prompt an action to make a phone call to this number. Okay, so the header part is done. So let's also we also need to rename our header. Go to settings over here. See, the header is making random header, so we can name it main header. Great. And also to make it more, you see, let's close the sections over here. See, these are named, this is the top section, and then this is the bottom section. We can just name it top part and bottom part, so it's easier to navigate. Bottom part. Okay, great. Now click on update. Okay, great. Okay, so header is done now. Now what we're going to do, we are going to click over here and exit. Now let's go on to make the footer. Okay, so now again go to the theme builder. So here is our main header, and now let's make the footer. So for the footer, we are going to take inspiration from this. Okay, so we are going to have navigation link over here, contact such as address. Okay, footer section. Let's try to choose a footer section which looks similar. Now let's check this one out. Yeah, this kind of looks similar. No. Yeah, we can modify it. We can modify this one. Okay, now let's check a bit more if there is more similar one. You can use this one. Okay, we'll just modify it. Just insert it. You can modify it. It's not so difficult to modify anything in Elementor. Okay, so here is our footer. So we are going to take like ideas. What is that? This website. Okay, so let's just pull it over here. Okay, now let's we need to have this social section, so let's just move this over here. We don't need this one, so we can delete it. Okay, and over here we can call it site navigation. Site navigation, and this is a static icon list. We can delete this. Okay, firstly we can include menu, nav menu. So nav menu, see what okay, where is it? Okay, so WordPress menu we have pulling out the menu from the this menu, okay, which we created in the backend. So from the layout we need to change it to vertical. Okay, and we need to make more adjustment. We need to remove the horizontal padding. So this part padding is no padding over here, and pointer, there is a pointer. You see there is a line appearing over here. We can go over here, pointer. So we don't want any pointer, it's distracting. And over here we can use our green color. Remember the green color, text color, we can use to our this Handyman green. Okay, and for the typography we can make it smaller, 12, or let's make a bit bigger, 14. And okay, we need to also get rid of the vertical padding. Okay, and then just set a space of 15. Now 15, let's just set a space of 10 between the list items. Okay, now delete this one. Okay, so this part is done, site navigation part is done. Then what you're going to do, we are going to contact, this contact part. Okay, sorry, you can just call it contact. Okay, and under contact we need to just let's see what address we need. You'll need to put the address of your business. Okay, so like I'm going to just put in the like the basic address. Like basic address is this one, Bankersville, San Diego, CA, just this one. Okay, over here. Now let's come over here, and over here Bankers Hill, San Diego, CA. Okay, now let's also include the icon size is set to 0. Let's change it to 12, 14. Okay, icon map. Okay, here are the icons. We can change the colors of the icons to Handyman green. Okay, okay, there is the email. Email we can set to service. This is just a made up email, service at the rate of superior handyman.com, or we can say handymanca.com. So if you need to set up also the email if you use that, or you can just use another email. So we can envelope, we can use the icon envelope for this one, envelope, and then the phone number. So remember the phone number we used is 999 and 49. Okay, 999 dash 999 dash 9999. Okay, now simply delete these two, and then you'll need to add the phone icon over here, phone icon. Okay, so let's make this consistent with this one. We can space between, we can 10. Okay, why is this going away? Okay, and then the list color we can set to text color, we can set to Handyman green. Not sure why the icons are disappearing again and again. This seems to be a bug. Okay, some bugs in Elementor. Okay, so now let's include our 3 of our icons over here: Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Okay, now delete this. We can call it connect. And just include okay, alright, remove this one made with by Elementor. Okay, you know what, I'm going to just add a new list icon of a list. This is too annoying, it's going away. Okay, let's just copy paste the contents. Okay, let's delete this bottom one and then come over here, change to map. envelope, phone. Okay, okay, cool. So now it's another thing, remember that we need to link, okay, so that whenever clicks on over here on the phone number, there a prompt, there is a prompt to call. So under the link type in TEL colon and then paste the phone number, okay. And over here for the same for the email, to make the email clickable, simply copy the email and write mail to colon and then paste the email address. Okay, so now we are ready to go. Now let's, okay, now let's change the width to 1200. Okay, I think this will be good enough. All right, reserved. We can write in your name, Su P Super your handyman CA. You can type in the date over here, 2023. Okay, fine. Now let's check the mobile responsive part. Click on the responsive mode, then go to tablet. Okay, you see that there is crunched up, and over the menu we need to make sure it is open. So click on the menu, go to content, and over here breakpoint, they set to tablet, set to none. Okay, so that it remains the same. And over here set it to 33 and 33. Cool. Okay, there is a bit of overlap. Okay, let's just change it to 50, 50, and then change, just keep it the way it is, and then go to mobile view. Mobile view, you see that it looks like a mess, but it's easy to fix. Click on the column over here, change it to 100, contact, change it to 100, change it to 100. See, now it looks nice, very nice. Okay, now click on publish, add condition, entire site. Okay, now save and close, and let's go to the front end and refresh. You see, we have got the header and we have got the footer part. Okay, home, about, all this will work when we make our page. Okay, and see that email is clickable. When you click over here on the email, it will open your email sender, and when you click on the phone, it opens up the prompt to call. Okay, and you'll need to connect this under the links. Okay, so that's about it for this part. In the next part of this video, we are going to start making our page and make it look like a real website. So let's go to the next part of this video and get started. Okay, so in this part of the video, we are going to start building our page for our Handyman website page. So to do that, come over here in the backend where you have created the page for the Handyman, and then simply click edit with Elementor. Okay, so let's review the sections we are going to have on our website: hero, about, why choose us, services, testimonial, and contact. Okay, So let's get started. Okay, so this is the page. So firstly we need to hide this home title for of the page. So to do that, come over here, settings, and then over here settings, and then hide title over here. Simply turn it on. Okay, so it will hide the title and will give you a clean slate to make our page. Okay, now firstly let's make the hero section. Hero section is the top banner like of our page. So let's check. So this is the top banner. Contact us for estimate. There is the call to action with the phone number. I like this banner. Title services. Okay. So firstly to do that, we need to add a section. Click on this plus icon, add a section. Okay, then give it a, come on the left hand side, under height give it a minimum width. So I like it to be 450, so it's good enough. And now let's choose the image. So to choose free images, we can go to pixabay.com. Okay, over here we can, let's type in Handyman. So Handyman is related to repair. We see, let's what we find. Good. This might work. Plumber, but Handyman does a lot of works. This might also work. This might work. Okay, let's go to next page and see more. So we need to get image which should look nice behind the like hero section. Okay, fine. So under this Handyman keyword we are not finding that much good of images. So let's try repair man and see what comes up. Electrician, again this one is coming up. So I just wanted one person like fixing stuff. So painting, we can use this one, but I kind of prefer something. So take your time, no problem, take your time to pick the right image, because I think this one would look good. This one, I think there are kind of blank areas where we could put the title in without cutting off the face. Okay, so free download, and let's choose this one, or let's choose this one, 1280 into 851. So this is a good size. Or but you can also choose this one, but okay, let's choose this one. Okay, so if you don't want the captcha thing, then you'll need to create a Pixabay account and then log in. Okay, so over here, so this is the footer part. This here is our page where we are making. So come over here under styles and background, and place the image over here which you have downloaded. Okay, under over here display size, set it to cover. Okay, and then position center. So we can like increase the height a bit. Okay, 450, let's increase by, let's make it to 550. so we get the man's face a bit more. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, now what you need to do, we need to put the title over here. Okay, the main title, and make it H1 so it's bigger. Okay, okay, great. And then what you need to do, you need to like make a catchy title. Okay, catchy title. For example, over here, what can our home improvement professionals do for you? So you can just type in our professional and expert handyman can fix anything. Fix, let's type in like almost anything, exclamation mark. Okay, but the problem is that you are unable to see the text properly, so you need to give it a background over here, like over the image you need to give it a kind of background. Firstly, I prefer instead of blue I prefer white color. Okay, and over here we need to add overlay over the image, so come to over here, background, style, and overlay. I would prefer a gradient which would have both of our brand colors, the Handyman blue, and over here change the red to Handyman green. So you see it looks a bit nicer and gets a cool effect. And then we change the angle to kind of, okay, so that's kind of angled. Okay, now what you need to do, we need to make the width of the content or text smaller. So under content width, change the width to something like this. Okay, okay, then over here the text is a bit squished up against the lines are a bit squished up, so increase the line height. Go to typo, click the heading, go to typography, click over here and change the line height to something a bit more so that it looks nice. Okay, to make the text stand out a bit more, what you need to do, you need to over here there is a text shadow option, turn it on. Okay, so you said so you see the text pops up a bit. Okay, so it looks even more nicer. Okay, so Handyman, fine, our expert. One thing, another thing you can do, you can make it, let's see how it look. All uppercase. Yeah, it might looks a bit better. I think if we could make the title slightly bigger, then it would look nicer. Let's make it 50. Okay, so it's looking a bit better in my opinion. Now let's add the call to action over here. So for the call to action, I like this website over here. So for the call to action, you see that they have multiple call to actions over here, sticky on over here, and throughout the entire site. Okay, so when you have multiple call to action, like then it's better. So we must have one at the top. So one call to action I prefer. So alignment, make sure it's to center, and the size is small, set it to medium. Okay, so I would prefer the call to action to be the phone number, to the phone call, because whenever something is in the house, then it is better, someone would like to call a professional directly instead of scheduling an appointment and then scheduling an appointment, then waiting for them to respond, etc. They would directly like to go into the phone call with the professional and let them know what the issue is, especially if they are in the local area. Okay, So firstly, what you need to do, you need to on the phone number, we need to have add an icon over here. Icon library, let's add a phone number, icon library, phone icon. Okay, phone, and then add our number over here. We can say call us, and then type our number 999 999 9999. Okay, maybe you can cut the call us part, or yeah, let's cut the call us part, it's a bit too much. Okay, simple. Now what you need to do, you need to copy this, copy, and make sure that it's clickable, so it will work when someone will click on it. Write in TEL colon and then paste the number, so it's clickable. Okay, it's clickable. When someone will click, it will prompt a phone call. Okay, so about the images, you see that you need to find an image which is going to be look effective, which is going to look which is going to relate to your website. Okay, so to do that, Pixabay is good for free images. I'm providing the link down is in the description below of Pixabay. But there is, if you want better images, so if you don't have any, it is best if you have if you can take pictures of your work and then use original images, it would be best. But in case when you're starting out, then in case you do not have the images, then you will need to use stock images. Okay, so then another source of good stock images is depositphotos.com, and you see that if you type over here Handyman, you will find much better images, much better high quality and related. You see there are much better images which you can use for your background. All of them are good, but there you'll need to pay an amount, so it's up to you if you want to invest a bit more on your website. So that's up to you. So I'm providing the link to this down in the description below, so check it out if you want. Okay, so now let's continue building our website. Okay, so what you need to do now, let's add a bit more margin bottom at the like 30. Okay, okay, so hero section is done. Click over here in the navigator. Currently the section is named only section, to double click over here and name it HERO, so that everything is organized and they don't get mixed up. Okay, okay, fine. So update it, and then what is our next section? About. So about, we are going to follow, remember we are going to follow this website as our main example. Okay, let's see how it looks. About, see, welcome to, welcome text, and this is the text about text over here, and there is a call to action button over here. Okay, so for we are going to use a dummy text over here, lipsum.com, lipsum, this is a dummy text generator. Okay, so now let's over here, go to over here, let's add a 2-column section, and we can make the section background blue. Okay, Handyman blue. Okay, then add a settings, padding, we can add 50 padding to the top, 50 padding to the bottom. Okay, and then we can copy this text and just add a title over here. So the by default the title color is blue, so change it to white. Okay, we can paste it over here, welcome to Landers property. Instead of this, we can welcome to we can type in welcome to Superior Handyman, Superior Handyman, welcome to Superior Handyman services. Okay, instead of white, we can make it our Handyman green. No, it doesn't look nice. You see, it's not so much visible, so let's change to white. Okay, so you need to make sure that which one looks good. Okay, just don't use the colors, make sure that you're sensible when you're using the colors. Okay, so we can up to here, and over here you see that there is text over here and a call to action. So this kind, let's place a text over here and change the color of it to white so that it is visible, and then let's use a bunch of text from over here, random text as placeholder. Okay, so this is just a placeholder text. This is going to be your about text, so it's a bit too much. This can be a blurb, short blurb, like when you started out, when your business started out, etc. And then I think the line height of the paragraph, our paragraph should be a bit more, so let's adjust it from the site settings. Click over here, go to site settings, and then go to typography. So you see that I am changing it globally, so I don't need to change it every time. Okay, so over here go to paragraph and let's change the line spacing to 26. Oh, sorry, change the letter spacing. Let's just delete it, and we need to over here line height we need to change to 26. Let's increase a bit more so that our text are easy to read. Okay, and then click over update, and then let's go back to our editor. Okay, fine. Okay, over here let's just copy this button and place it over here. Okay, and then alignment change it to superior handyman services. So this looking better, so but this part is looking a bit blank, so let's use a divider, so divider element. Instead of solid we can use zigzag. Let's see how it look, so that this text is highlighted and doesn't look so bland. We can change the color to green. Okay, size, let's change the width. Okay, then just change the width. Okay, so it looks okay, I guess it looks fine. Let's change the, click on the column and change the distance between the items. Okay, now let's see if there is any other color. White, let's see how white would look. Well, let's just use white. Okay, so I've used this so it doesn't look so bland. So place your about text over here. Okay, now click on save. So about section is done. Then why choose us, so let's go to our why choose us section and see how it looks. So why choose us, a bunch of text over on the left hand side, and some this is a good option for like selling your services, like bullet points. Okay, bullet points. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here and click on this section. So I'm going to make it like this one over here, and click on this section, instead of boxed make it to full width, and click over here column and make it light gray. Background type, let's change the background to F0. Okay, now place text over here. Okay, text over here, and we can copy this text and paste it over here. Okay, and then at padding, so instead of pixels we can add a padding of, so here over here padding, click on the column padding. So right now it's set to pixels, change the pixel to percentage, and then add 5% padding. Let's see, so it would adjust in all of the devices if you add it into percentage, so it's a bit less. So let's make it 10 and see how it looks. Okay, 10 looks a bit better. Okay, so this is so let's make sure to label our sections. Click on navigator over here. So this our second section is the about us. About us, and the third section is about why choose us. Why choose us. Okay, great. So let's continue building our site. Okay, then on the right hand side, click over here, and then advanced, change the padding to percentage and add a 10% padding, and then change the add the title. Over here, like type in why choose us. Okay, okay, then add a list element. List, add the list element. So icon list element over here. Okay, so this, you see that this is a bit bigger. So firstly let me delete all those and then change it to check. I like this. Maybe we can use this one. Double check. No, it doesn't look right. Check. We can use this. We can use this one, but let's make it a bit better. For now, let's just add the contents. For now, I'm going to use their content. Whenever you are making the site, make sure that you are replace this with your own content, with your own text, like with your own selling why choose us points. Okay, okay, right. Great. Another one. You see, I'm just duplicating the each one and then just inserting. So we need to make sure these points are a bit bigger and highlighted. To do that, go to styles, go to icons and make sure the icon is 22. Okay, no, let's make it 20, and then change the text size to 22. Okay, so they're bigger, and go to list and increase the space between the list. Okay, so that anyone can read them easily. Okay, and then you need to change the color of the icon to, like, let's change it to our green, Handyman green. Okay, we can use this as a divider over here. So to make it a bit more interesting, change the color to Handyman green. Okay, why choose us? Fine. Gap, let's reduce the gap so that, and let's reduce the width a bit so it doesn't, it's not too much. Great. So here is our why choose us section. We need to make sure that they are aligned in the middle. We can also place a schedule button over here. Okay, one thing is that let's not paste the schedule button over here because we have one over here. So let's just take this one button and just place it over here because this one part is blank. Okay, and let's make this align the items to the middle. Click on the section and vertical align, click to middle so that it would look nicer. See, so I think this looks better because we already got a button where we don't need it in the subsequent section. So I placed it over here. Okay, save. and then let's follow along with what are the section. There is a section. Okay, so once again, if you like choose images, so I recommend deposit photos, and I am providing the link to the in the description below. So I am just going to use like random images over here. So let's like find out, like we used, remember we mentioned 6 services. So let's see what services we like mention in the meta description of our website. Okay, so click over here and then choose 3 sections. Okay, and then you see over here it is set to full width. Okay, full width, so you change it to full width. Okay, cool. Okay, over here let's see what services we mentioned: repairs, installation, painting, assembly, carpentry and drywall. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So over here let's do one thing. Let's firstly click on the column and go to advanced and set the padding, unlink the padding, so it would set the padding to 0. Do for all of this, copy and paste style. Okay, then you need to go over here, click over here and choose the call to action of Elementor. Where is it? So over here, right at the bottom. It shouldn't have this EI. Okay, these are from essential add-on, Elementor essential add-on. So choose this one. So you're only going to get this from the Elementor like Pro. So you must get the Pro one. Okay, so this is set to like this. So we are going to use make sure that it looks similar to this, repairs, and so classic, set it to cover, so it would look like this. Okay, so button, this doesn't have the button. Okay, so content, set the content to align to left. Button, let's, so if you are expanding your business, then you can create a new page and link it to somewhere else. Okay, so firstly we are going to repairs, copy, come over here, content, set the heading to repairs. Okay, for the description we can choose word. For the description we can just use a bit dummy text, which you need to replace with your real text, descriptive text about your service. So up to here, let's choose up to here. Okay, this work now. Okay, let's make the size of the text a bit smaller, of the description text, size 16. Okay, great. Okay, fine. And then repairs, let's add an image for repair. We can use this image. We have going to 6 boxes, so we're going to have 6 images. So for first one, let's use this one, repairs, but you see that it's not looking nice. So let's use a bunch of colors. So let's go to flatUIcolors.com. For the first one we can use one of our background colors, one of the brand colors. Okay, let's see which one I'm gonna use. Content, colors over box, hover effects. Okay, over here, background, I don't want this zoom in, it looks annoying, so none. Hover animation grow, none, so it's just plain. Okay, overlay color, so overlay color is the one where you're going to choose a color. Okay, Handyman blue, so it just, okay, so what it does, it just covers up everything. So you need to reduce this overlay color. Okay, so that the image behind is visible. Okay, and only on hover it becomes clear. Okay, so what you need to do, maybe on hover where is the box, hover effects on the, okay, so normally it is set to blue. When you hover over it, it becomes clear, so it's hard to read the text. On hover, let's change it to solid blue. So when someone hovers over here, it changes to solid blue, so it's easy to read. Okay, so you can have this button over here. If you don't want this button over here, you can go to content, and then remove this button. Click here, just remove this, click here, and it would remove the button. I don't like this because we are building a single page website, so we don't need the button for now. Okay, so what you need to do, let's add a bit of height, image, content, box, let's a bit of height to the box, so that it's a certain size. Okay, repairs, let's add more boxes like this, copy, paste. Okay, so repairs, now this box is going to be installation. Come over here and let's change the title to installation. Let's change the I to installation. Now let's change the image, installation. Now random images are coming up, so that's repair, just less. So that's the problem with kind of free stock images. So it's better if you use like deposit photos. Okay, so let's just use this image, installation. Okay, you can free download, let's say the okay, I will just log in. Let me just log into the page, so because I want to avoid this dumb reCAPTCHA. Okay, now let me download the image. Okay, now let's download the image. So we don't need a overly big image. Let's use this one because it's just a box. Okay, so we can click over here, call to action, image, change the image to the one we downloaded. Okay, so this is the flatuyicons.com website. Okay, so for this one, let's just use our green color. Okay, green brand color, hover effects, overlay color, change to Handyman green. Okay, now let's just reduce the opacity so that the image is visible behind. Okay, and then hover color, change it to green. Okay, click on update. So far so good, so looking quite nice. Okay, installation done, and then let's see what's the next one, painting. Let's click over here, change the content title to painting. So let's change it to P, big P. Okay, and firstly let's grab an image. So painting, house painting, sorry I spelled it wrong, house paint. You see that it's difficult to find. Okay, this one might work, so let's use this one. Download, and over here change the image style, no content, painter. Okay, good. Now let's change to something else color, another color, maybe this red. Okay, let's just change it. So you pick your colors according to your choice. So I'm just following the concept over here. Painting, click over here, and then hover effects, color, let's change it to red. Okay, under hover let's change it to red 2, then come to normal and then reduce the opacity so the image is behind is visible. Okay, so adjust according to your need. Okay, great. So it looks nice. So far done. Now what are you going to do? We have 3 more services, so let's duplicate this section. Okay, so we have this one is assembly, assembly. Okay, assembly we can change it to, we can use another repair kind of repair assembly. We can use this one or this one or this one. I think this one is bit good, simple. Assembly, let's change it to okay. Now let's change the color to something else, maybe yellow. So just mix up the colors so that each of the boxes are separate. Hover effects, change it to this yellow, and under hover also change it to yellow, and then go to normal and reduce the opacity so that the image is visible in the background. Okay, so far looks nice. Update, and then let's see what more we have. Carpentry, okay, content, carpentry, C, carpentry, and then let's choose something else color. Let's choose this purple. Okay, hover effects, paste the purple color over here. Hover, also paste the purple color over here, and then reduce the opacity. No, not for the hover, for the normal reduce the opacity. Okay, but we need to change the image. Okay, let's go to over here, carpenter, this image looks nice, so let's choose this one. Okay, free download, choose a smallest size. Carpentry is done. What is the next? Drywall. Okay, you can choose this drywall. dry wall. Okay, for the dry wall we can use an orange type of color, I guess. So I'm trying to make it bright and make each of this box stand out. Hover effects, paste in orange, and over also for hover, paste in orange, and go to normal and change it to reduce the opacity. Okay, okay, we can change the image to same thing. We can wall. Okay, so let's try to find something relatable. Which one? Just find some image. So it's better if you take pictures of your services while you're working and then use the image. So I'm just going to use this one because the others are kind of not working out for me. Okay, dry wall. So dry wall over here, come over here, content. Okay, fine. I think looks good enough. So I think this part looks quite good. Okay, what you need to do, you need to let's label this. So I can call it services 1 and let's call it services 2 because we have two sections for our services. Okay, fine. So everything is organized. Okay, now let's see what's coming up next. We're done with 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the testimonial section. So testimonial section is quite easy. With Elementor Pro, you get a testimonial carousel. So click over here and over here, and then add a padding to the top and bottom. Okay, so for the testimonial section, I think I looked into this website. Okay, I like this one, carousel. Okay, carousel. So you can say testimonial, what our clients are saying about us. So we can add this over here, align it to the left, sorry, center. What our clients are saying. We can maybe italize it, italic, and then add the testimonial section, testimonial carousel. Okay, see, we can turn it into slides per view over here, change it to 2. Then you have nice looking testimonial carousel. Skin, change it to bubble, then we get this kind of. Okay, so this is the kind of testimonial carousel you will have. Add images, add name, title. Okay, so let's a bit of bottom margin to the bottom. Cool. So I think it looks fine. Testimonial carousel also done. Testimonial section. So make sure that you replace this text with your text. Go to the over here, then come over here, name it testimonial. Testimonial. Okay, cool. Click on update. So last section is contact. Okay, contact. Last section is contact. So remember we okay, so this is a schedule an appointment. We are going to have our button over here. So we need to have, this is white, so let's make it light gray. So we can use this color over here. Let's see what color you used over here. F0, F0, F0. Let's copy it, or we can just save it as global color and name it light gray. so you don't need to copy and paste in every time. Okay, change the background color light gray. Okay, then change the padding at the top 50 50, and then let's add a title over here. We can just say contact us for our services. Then let's add an inner section. Over here on the left hand side we can have an image, and the image we can use a phone call, because our main call to action is phone call. So we can just use a bit workable image. I think this one would work, like a representative taking a call for your business. Or you can check out deposit photos like for better images. So let's click over here, upload the image. Okay, a bunch of text, so place it over here. So make sure that you enter your own text with description about like details about like who to call, when to call, etc. Paste. Okay, then let's grab our call to action from over here, copy, and then paste it over here, and then align the items over here in the click on this, vertically align to middle, sorry it's set to top, middle, so that it's aligned in the middle. And then finally let's add our form over here. So let's use our zigzag line from over here as the divider. So there is a kind of division. Paste. Oh sorry, not this one. Let's just go ahead and copy it again. Right click, copy, paste, and move it below the double sections. Okay, align it to the center. Gap, let's increase the gap. Weight, maybe reduce it a bit, and then width, let's increase it so there is a visible division. Okay, and then use the most important element, form. Okay, form, just ignore everything and use this one, Elementor forms. So let's see what they are including: first name, last name, email, phone, enter. So let's just include the name, no need for the last name, first name stuff, and we need to include the phone number. Okay, so let's add another item, change it to TEL, and we can call it phone. Input size, let's make it medium or maybe large, and then label at this one, so let's hide it, it would look nicer. So it should move the phone a bit up. Okay, maybe we can put the name and email together. So name, click on name, make the column width to 50%, email, let's make the column width to 50%, so it looks better. And the button is kind of looking odd, spending. So for the buttons, come over here, click on the buttons and then align it to the left, so it looks a bit normal. Okay, cool. Click on update. Okay, so let's just click on navigator again and rename the last section again. Over here we can call it contact. Okay, fine. Okay, so now you see when I click over here it doesn't work. Okay, remember that I ID on the back end of our website. Let me just show it to you. Okay, let's go to appearance, menus. Like I used IDs over here. You see hashtag home, so you need to connect, you need to add IDs to each of the section so that they'll work. So go to our page in Elementor, and for the first section, okay, let's have our navigation opened up. Hero section, click over here, go to advanced, and that CSS ID, click on home. Okay, then go to about us. Now let's check what we added about. So come over here and click on about. Over here advanced, then choose why choose us. We can copy and paste it from over here. Services, we are just going to leave to into services 1, that would be enough. So go to advanced and under CSS ID copy this, only this, do not copy the hashtag. Okay, and testimonial is this one. Copy it. Okay, then finally the contact section. Contact section ID, make sure you click on update and let's see if it works. Okay, now let's go to about section. See, it goes to the about section. Click on why chooser, it goes to why choosers. Go to click on services, it goes to services. Testimonials, contact, then again click on about, it will go to about. Go to contact, click on home, it will take you to the top. Okay, so see, now it works. Okay, okay, so finally what you need to check is for the mobile responsiveness. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to click over here, responsive mode, tablet. Let's see how our website looks in tablet. Looks okay, looks fine, looks fine, looks fine, looks decent in the tablet. Now click on mobile. Okay, so now you see this text are a bit too big, so you need to fix it. Styles, heading, typography, size change it to, let's change it to 35. Let's make it smaller, 30. Let's also reduce the line height to something smaller, 40. No, EM, why it is set to EM, 40. Okay, maybe a bit smaller. Fine, it looks fine right now. Superior handyman services, maybe align it to the center, maybe make also align it to the center. Okay, maybe we can no, this is fine, it is. Maybe we can just reverse the section so that the why choosers title goes to over here. Okay, so click over here under advanced, responsive, then over here reverse column in mobile, check this. So this Y choosers will move up top. So this look fine, this looks very nice, like looks nice, this testimonial sections good. You might want to reduce the if you want, you can reduce the text size from over here under styles. Finally here is our context section. Okay, great. So now right now click on update. Now let's check the front end of our website, that how it looks. So before it used to look like this, now when I refresh it, it's going to look like this. You see that it's a very nice looking website right now, and we have built it from scratch by taking inspiration. You see that it's changing over here, right? You see that the color over here is also changing depending on the section I am going to. Why choose us, services, testimonials, contact, about. A very good functional website. So the next part of this video, we're going to check out how we can add a sticky schedule button just like this website on mobile. Okay, like a sticky schedule house call button like this. So it will appear on mobile and anyone can make a call easily. Okay, so that's coming up in the next part of this video. So let's don't miss out, and let's. In this part of the video, we are going to add a sticky call to action button on our website, because you see over here, like this button is great, but it we cannot just place it every single place on our website. Then it's not going to like, it's going to be like pushy towards our visitors. So we have to place it strategically in different different places like this over here. So but in mobile, suppose when I go to the mobile view, so someone like who is having an issues with their, like suppose a broken furniture or a broken TV, or need help from a handyman, they are probably going to search on Google for a handyman services. Okay, and from their phone they are going to visit your website, and when they visit your website, fine, they are going to look around your website. But at this point, suppose at this point they decide that they need your services, but they need to look for your button. Okay, so they need to scroll up, scroll down. Okay, at here over here that there is no button over here, so it will make a bit difficult for them. Okay, so we need to make it as easy as possible, so that whenever they decide to call you, they can immediately call you, they can immediately call you. Okay, so suppose on this website, over here we chose this website for your schedule button. Over here you see that it is always sticky at the bottom. Okay, always sticky at the bottom. So whenever the client decide that they might need your service, they are just going to click this button and schedule a house call. Okay, so we are going to make a button like this one, and so let's get started. But what we are going to do is that instead of like, we are going to have a bit apply a bit different styling than this green button over here. Okay, because so that it doesn't mixes up with this button. So probably we are going to use a different color, such as this orange, bright orange, which will stand up against the blue and green colors of our website. So that's what we are going to use. To do that, go to the back end of the website, hover over templates, which is also a part of Elementor, and then go to pop-ups. Okay, so the pop-ups is a Elementor Pro feature. Okay, the pop-ups is a Elementor Pro feature, and you are not going to find it in the free version of Elementor. So if you want to follow along, so that I would suggest you to purchase Elementor. I am providing the link down in the description below. So purchase Elementor and follow along with me to set up the schedule phone call button or a call button. Okay, I am going to click over here, add new pop-up, and then I am going to call it call now. Okay, call now. So we are going to do a similar thing like this one. Okay, so you can use any of the templates, but if you don't find any template, maybe we can use this one. Okay, let's check this one out. Template. Okay, it takes. Okay, so you see that this one is placed right at the bottom over here, and we can make a use of this one for our button, because it's placed at the bottom. So we can click on insert and see, try to customize it. Okay, so you see that this one is placed at the bottom, so we don't need it to be that, the width to be that thick. Okay, we need only one column, so we'll just delete the other columns. Okay, other contents. Okay, cool. Okay, and what you're going to do, we don't need the close button. Okay, we don't want the visitor to accidentally remove the our button, sticky button. So we are going to go to settings, pop-up settings, and then remove the overlay so that this part is not blacked out, and also remove this small close button. Okay, gone. Great. So also what you're going to do, we don't need pop-ups. Okay, we don't need, let's go to settings, advanced, sorry, not over here, over here, and let's see height. There is a custom height set to it. We don't need a custom height at all. We need to fit to content. Okay, so this goes up down here, and over here in the section, make sure that it's not set to full width, so the button extends throughout the entire row. Okay, button, let's add our button. Okay, let's make the button full width. Over here, let's see, the content of section is to full width. Okay, let's go to the pop-up, and width, let's see, full width. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, let me just quickly check it out. Okay, so in the template that we used, there is applied, they have applied a kind of padding in the, when you click over in the section and go to advanced, they have applied percentage padding to the right, set to 0, and then set to 0, and over here at the top we also need to set to 0, and bottom we also need to set to 0. So we have this green button over here, and go to column over here, and also change the padding. Okay, we don't need any padding because our button is going to extend throughout the entire site. Okay, throughout the entire page, and we need to make the button medium. Okay, so people can easily see it. Okay, so, and let's use a kind of color. So you know how to save the color. So background, we are going to use a different. So I have saved this color orange. We can use this orange color. I fetched this from this website. Okay, and now let's set a text. So for the text, suppose someone, if you have a broken furniture, if you need handyman services immediately, then you don't want a button to be saying schedule a call, or like schedule a call, book a call, etc. You want to immediately call a person and get the services. Okay, so so that will prompt. So the button should say that call someone, call a specific person to get immediately get on a phone with someone and get your service. So we can say that, suppose you are the handyman and your name is John, so we can say that call handyman John now, exclamation mark. And for the icon, we can set an icon over here. So we can set a phone. Instead of a phone, we can use a cell phone or mobile. Let's check a mobile. So it's personal. Okay, personal mobile phone, and it's over here. Okay, cool. maybe we can skip the button icon spacing. Okay, fine. Call Handyman, we can make it a bigger I guess, the icon. Okay, so call Handyman John right now. So the calling part is done, but you'd also need to turn it into a functional button. So write down TEL colon 999 dash 999 dash 9999. Okay. Okay, fine. So that's done. And now what you need to do, you need to set up the entrance animation. Okay. So over here, you come over here, entrance animation, slide up, slide in up. Okay. So slide, where is the slide? Slide in up. So it's going to slide in from the bottom to up. Okay. Animation duration, fine. Okay. Now we are going to publish our button and add a condition. You need to add a condition, entire website. Okay. So in case you create new pages in the future, then it will also appear on those pages too. And what is your trigger? On page load, and let's add a 5-second delay so that the button will appear after the user have scrolled down a bit. Okay, and then save and close. Now let's check how it looks on the front end of our website. Okay, 1 2 3. See, call Handyman John. Okay, looks very nice, sticks to the bottom. Oh, it goes away. Okay, so we need to adjust it so that when someone clicks outside, it doesn't go away. So go to settings, general settings, title corner, published, advanced. Okay, over here you need to turn on this option, prevent closing on overlays. So if someone clicks outside the button, it will not go away. And prevent closing on the escape key. So someone hits an escape button on their keyboard, it won't go away. Okay, fine. Fine. So everything else would work fine. Okay, now let's check again and see it doesn't vanish as when someone clicks outside. Okay. So 1 2 3, it appears after 5 seconds. If I click outside, see it, now it doesn't go away, and when you click on it, it prompts a phone call. Okay, so that's, now let's see how it looks on mobile. Let me just go to the inspect element, and let me just choose a different device, iPhone 12 Pro. So this is how it looks. Okay, there is a bit of, it doesn't extend the full width. So let's check how it looks on the mobile tablet. So there is a bit of padding, we need to take care of that in the tablet. Okay, let's go to column. See, there is a bit of padding, we need to remove those. 0 0 0. Fine, looks nice. Okay, now let's go to mobile. Sorry, click over here again, go to mobile view. Okay, now also, now let's see, there is a bottom padding 12, make it 0, and over here click on the section. Okay, see, there is a padding to the right and also padding to the left. Okay, okay, now update it, and now check again in mobile view and see how it looks. So scroll on our website, this is gonna appear. See, it appears at the bottom. Okay, see, and it extends toward the, see. So when someone is going to visit your website, all they need to do is click over here, and this would prompt a phone call. If they're visiting from their mobile, and then it's easier. Okay, then it's easier, they can just simply click over here, and from their phone they to directly call that number. Okay, so that's it. So this is how you add a call to action button like this using the Elementor Pro pop-up, and very useful if someone is visiting your website from a phone. Then easily it's you can this sticky button easily helps to convert visitors into your like potential customers. So that's about that's about it from this part of the video. Let's in the next part of the video we are going to cover site security. Okay, so let's get started with. In this part of the video we are going to cover the security measurements that we need to take to protect our website from hackers, bots, etc. So most people complain that WordPress is unsafe, WordPress it's not good, etc. But the main people is that it's the negligence of your, like, most people who say this, they say this thing that it's their negligence. They do not care about some of the things. That's why their website are being hacked and logged in by bots, etc. Okay, so let's cover up a few basics. First thing is first, whenever you are creating a new user, make sure that the username is not admin, admin, admin. Okay, because by default WordPress username is admin, and that's what bots you to target this username. Okay, then email, you use a valid email so that if you get locked out you can reset your password, first name, last name. And then password. For the password, make sure that you use a strong, very strong password, just like this one. Okay, just like this one. And because you just use a bunch of random characters, and use a super long password, and just save this password in your Chrome. No need to write it down. And even if you write down, then you need to make sure that you create a very, very strong password. Okay, and make sure that whom you are giving the access to your website to. Okay, limit that what role they have. Okay, subscriber, SEO editor, manager, contributor. Okay, so make sure that you think about it before whom you are giving access to. Administrator is the highest form of access. If you give the administrator access to someone, they might delete your username and kick you out of your own website. So be careful. Okay, be careful. So that's the thing, and use a very strong password. Okay, another thing is that about concept. Another thing I would like to show, let me open up an incognito window just to show that. So our website is handyman.tasbirwebsolutions.com and wp admin. Okay, so that's it. So bots come over to this login page and repeatedly they try out different types of username and password combination. Their basic is admin. Okay, admin is the username they firstly try, and they try different combinations of password. Okay, many times. So that's called the brute force attack. So they use this brute force attack so they can get at one point, so that they can get one of the password correct, and they will log into your website. And once they log into your website, they are going to delete your username, and in the next time when you try to log in, then you will see that your username does not exist because they have deleted you. And after they deleted you, they will insert malicious codes into your website, and which will cause your ranking in Google to plummet. Okay, so be very careful and cautious. Okay, so to prevent this brute force attack, so if the bots try a million times, they may success once. So we must stop this brute force attack. Okay, to stop this brute force attack, we can use a plugin, security plugin, very good security plugin called iTheme Security. So go to plugins and add new, and we are going to add this iTheme Security plugin. Just type iThemes. So this is the one, iTheme Security. Click on install now. Install, activate. Okay, fine. Okay, we are going to set that up and in a bit later on. Another thing is that you need to make sure that your all of your themes and plugins are always updated, because once the theme or plugin becomes outdated, there like bots can use some codes to like hack into your website through those plugins. They are vulnerable. Okay, once plugin or theme becomes outdated, it sometimes there is a vulnerability. So once they are not updated, like they receive a security patch, okay, with each update. So if they do not receive the security patch, bots can easily hack into your website and using those vulnerability, and once again kick you out of your website and just mess up your website. Okay, so that's the very thing. They infect your website with virus and some other things. Okay, so to make sure that all of your themes and plugins are updated, and simply check if you need any themes or plugins or not. So for example, I do not need this plugin, so I'm going to delete it. So delete the unused plugins if in case you do not delete it need it. Akismet anti-spam, currently I do not need it, so I'm going to delete it. Okay, delete it, and make sure that you enable auto updates over here. Auto updates. So if you enable auto update, these plugins or themes are going to automatically update. You do not need to go manually log into your website and update. But sometimes in a week or two, you will need to check your log into your website and check are these auto updates are working or not properly. Okay, so that's the thing. And whenever you install a plugin, make sure they are like reputable plugin. Okay, like just do not install a random plugin which one or two users have installed on their site. So take care about that, and do not install or use any cracked or pirated themes or plugin. So they have lots of, like, they might not only they will not receive any update, but they might have infected codes in them, and which will make your like Google ranking fall. Okay, so that's the thing about with this. And go to appearance themes, and you also need to turn on auto updates for the theme too. Also check which themes you need. So I currently have 2023, so I'm going to delete these two themes. I don't need these two themes. Okay, I'm just going to keep a one default WordPress theme as a backup, 2023. So I'm going to delete this one, 2022, because I already have. Okay, and for each of the theme, make sure that you enable auto updates over here. Okay, so they will also automatically update. Enable auto updates. Fine. So that's gone about over here. Okay, so there's some of the basics. Okay, now let's go to our security plugin, iThemes plugin, which we have set up. Go to security setup. Okay, now let's check what we need to do. And over here, skip setup. What is choose the type of your website. I think brochure. Okay, connects. Okay, detects the correct way to identify IP addresses. Methods of making a next. Self. Yes, enforce password policy. Do you want to secure your user accounts with the password policy? To secure your users with the password policy, iThemes security will require them to create a strong password that hasn't already been compromised. So iThemes, if you have multiple users on your WordPress website, then iThemes security is going to check if any one of the users are lazily set their password with a weak password, such as a dog or a cat name. Okay, so easy password, so that they will check and enforce them to update. Okay, so this is the important part. Okay, local brute force attack. So brute force attack protect your site against attacker that try to randomly guess and log in details to your site. So this is the most common type of attack, like which I have explained a little bit earlier. Like they try different kind of combination of username and password, so that get one of them correct. So you need to block them after 3 to 4 attempts. Okay, so this must be turned on. Okay, join network protocol. So this is also another kind. Detects correct way to identify. Fine. Site scan calculate. Okay. Two-factor authentication generally great in security WordPress website beyond your username. So two-factor maybe you will receive an email or SMS. So you can, it's up to you. You can use this or not. Okay. Feature is on occasion twice a day. If a problem is found, they must. So you can also set the site scan scheduling. So it's up to you. I'm going to go to next. Two-factor. Okay, for now I'm going to just skip this part. Local brute force. So brute force is important. Site scan, you can include this site scan. Okay. Okay, fine. Next, user groups. Default groups, global settings. Edit group. Fine. Just skip user groups. Configure. Okay, fine. Not a secure site. Okay. Enlist enter a list of hosts that should not be locked out by iTheme security. So this one is important. So sometimes you also might accidentally get locked out if you try different passwords. So you might also get locked out. So prevent your IP address from getting locked out, so you need to click over here and click over here, add my current IP address to the authorized source list. Okay, so this is your IP address, so you cannot get locked out. Okay, so that's very important. API configuration, fine. Fine. So the secure site. So these are the basic setups. You just read and enable. So this is the basic security which you can enable using iTheme security, and make sure keep your themes and plugins updated. So click over here, finish. Okay. So this is the basic security which you need. And if you want to learn more in depth about WordPress security, then you can check out my book on Amazon, WordPress Security Handbook. I am providing the link down in the description below. And in the next part of the video, we are going to take a look at how we can optimize the performance of website so that it loads a bit faster. Okay, so thank you, have a great day, and let's. Okay, so in this part of the video we're going to do a bit of speed optimization for our website. So let's discuss how a WordPress website loads on your browser. So when you use a browser such as Chrome and you type in suppose the domain name such as handyman.solutions.com, what it does, it goes to the page. Okay, it goes to the page, but the issue over here is that some people complain that WordPress site is slow and it doesn't load as quickly as static websites such as made with HTML or Bootstrap simple websites. Okay, but the problem is that we need to understand how a WordPress website works. So when you type in handyman.solutions.com, it sends the request to your the server in which the site is located. And the server, what it does, it goes to the request the database, and it generates the page. Okay, it generates the page, full page for the website which you have requested, and after generating it, it sends back the files to your browser. Okay, so that's a problem because sending the request and generating the web page, it takes a bit of time. So that's the issue. So so in that case we need to implement a thing called caching. So caching is something which already got a ready-made version of your website which is ready to send out to your browser whenever your browser requests for it. Okay, for example, if you go to a restaurant and order a beef burger, and every time someone have to manually cook you the beef burger, then it's going to take a lot of time, right? But if the beef burger is ready, he's just going to give it to you immediately, right? So it would take a whole lot less time. So that's the concept of caching. So let's for now let's check the load time of this. So we are going to use a website measurement called tools.pingzone.com, and we are going to paste our website name over here, and we can use USA Washington DC and start the test. Okay, and let's see what comes up. Okay, so you can see that page size is a bit more, 1.9 megabyte, load time is 2.3 seconds. Okay, fine. Now what you're going to do, we can implement the caching over here, but we also need to look at the page size over here, 1.9 megabytes. So we can, let's see how we can decrease that. Okay, so firstly we used a large image over here. We can resize it so that the image size is reduced. We have used images over here, same image over here, and we used images over here. We need to resize it properly, and also over here. Okay, so let's get started and let's see the improvements. Okay, let's go to the media library and resize the first image. So the first image is this one. Let's see the size. You can see that it's a very big image, 537 kilobyte. So very large image. So what are you going to do? We are going to copy this to URL, paste it, and go to this page. Okay, fine. Save as. Let's create a new folder. Image resize. Okay, so what you're going to do, we are going to, let's open this up image. Okay, so 537 kilobytes. So let's open this up. So this is in .jpg format. What you're going to do, we are going to open it with GIMP photo editor. Okay, so after opening up with GIMP, we are going to resize it. Okay, scale the image, scale image, and then it's set to 1920. I think 1200 pixel is good enough, and then we can set the pixels per inch to 72 as it is a digital media, not a print media. So you can type in scale, and then when exporting, export as, and then we can type the name of the image as Handyman, and instead of JPG we can use the format called WebP. WebP is a more compressed version of the image, which reduces the size of the image drastically. So let's export it. Let's image quality, let's reduce it to 86. Export. Okay, so this is the WebP version. Let's see the size, properties, and details. 135 kilobyte. Okay, and this is 537 kilobytes, so a bit quite a lot of decrease. Okay, we are going to open this up with Elementor. Okay, after opening this up with Elementor, we are going to put this over here, the reduced sized. Okay, great. Now let's see. Okay, see, same image but reduced sized. Okay, now let's same image over here, but we do not need that much big. Over here we can use 500 pixels. So over here, this is the same image we resized over here, and we can scale it a bit further, scale image, and instead of 1200 we can use suppose 600. Okay, scale and export as Handyman 2, export, Handyman 2, installation. For the installation image, let's click over here, and we need to grab the image from over here. Okay, let's save images. (49.3 kilobyte). Okay, let's just try to reduce it further. So we're like manually reducing the size of the image, because if you use the plugin, then it's not gonna reduce by that much. So manually reducing and is drastically reduce the size of the image. Okay, 640. Okay, but we can make it 600 and X resolution pixel per inch to 72. Scale, and then we are going to export it as, remember, WebP format image. Okay, where is it? WebP. Okay, WebP. Instead we can write in electrician WebP. Okay, fine, that will work. Electrician WebP. Painting. So for the painting, we can click over here, copy URL, save. Okay, now let's resize it. Open with GIMP. Image, scale image, 600, 72. Scale and export as. So you see what, oh, I forgot to mention, I'm using the GIMP photo editor. Okay, so it's a free photo editor. You can just visit the gimp.org, and it's available on Windows, Apple and Linux. Okay, so get that, and I am also providing the link to the GIMP photo editor down in the description below. Okay, painter, WebP format, export. So let's just, where is the painter? Painter. This is the resized one, and let's see the size, 30 kilobyte. Okay. Okay, now let's check if the size of these are a bit, it's 84. Let's try reduce it. So you got to be patient and work for this. Okay, electrician, just rename it as tools so that it's easier to remember. Tools, open with GIMP, image, scale image 600, 72, scale, export as tools. Instead of JPG we are going to use the WebP format. So now it's 49 and the original was as 83. Okay, so this is how resize. So I'm just going to, for now I'm going to resize this, apply this resized one. Okay, and okay, I'm going to ignore the let's see if this image is large. This image size is decent, so I'm not gonna waste my time resizing it. Okay, let's click on update and let's see if the page size has decreased. So let's test again. 1.9 megabyte originally. Let's see if it has decreased a bit. One 1.9 to 1.3 megabyte. Okay, so you can just reduce the images even further. Okay, so it's up to you. So I've just showed you how you can reduce the size of the image. So now let's go to the caching part, in which I mentioned about the restaurant need to like serve a version, ready-made version of your website. So now currently it is set to 2.25 seconds the load time. So let's install a caching plugin. Plugins, add new. We can install. So for the caching plugin, I would recommend WP fastest cache. Okay, WP fastest cache. Over here, the one with the cheetah. Install now. Activate. Okay, make sure that enable auto updates over here. About the security, go to WP fastest cache and then cache system, enable preload. Preload means it will already have a ready-made version of your website ready to serve. Okay, preload. You need to preload homepage, post, categories, all of the pages. Okay, so that you got all of the versions preloaded. 4 pages per minute, fine. Okay, don't show the cache version for logged in users. Yeah, we don't want to show the cache version to logged in users. Fine, don't show the cache version to desktop or for desktop to mobile devices. No, we want to show the cache version. Clear cache when a new post or page is published. Okay, it's better. Clear all cache. Clear cache of files when post or page is updated. Yes, clear the cache of that post only, so that all of your post is not lost. Minify HTML means it's compressing the HTML. Minify CSS means compressing the CSS file, so make the CSS code more compact. Okay, reduced HTTP request to CSS files. Okay, we can use this one to combine CSS. gzip. Browser caching means people with have their version of the web page stored in their browser when they are next visiting it. Disable emojis. We don't have any emojis, so submit. And let's see if let's go to the front end of the website and see if it looks okay. Cloudflare integration we'll do later. So if you're using Cloudflare, okay, so let's check if everything looks okay. So everything looks fine. Reload it several times to make sure that the cached version is generated. Okay, now let's check if it's improved a bit. 2.25 seconds was originally. Now let's check if it has improved a bit further. See, from 2.25 we managed to bring it down to only 1.1 seconds, and request was less, I assume. So performance, it's the same grade, but it doesn't matter, it's just a number. But main time is this 1.10 second, the load time. So this is a simple way to do speed optimization for your website. But if you even want further speed optimization, you can try a premium plugin called WP Rocket. So I usually use this plugin because I don't have to manually do everything. You see, this will get your Google scores to 95 and page will load extremely fast. It doesn't matter what page builder you are using, DB, WP, Bakery or whatever. Okay, so over here you see. Okay, so I'm providing the link down in the description below. Also you can get my book for if you want to have detailed knowledge about speed optimization and performance optimization of your website. I'm providing the book, Amazon book on Amazon, which I have down in the description below, called WordPress speed optimization. Okay, so or performance optimization. So I'm providing the link to that book down in the description below. So that's the last part of the video. It has been a long video, so thank you. So thank you for watching this full video, and there are other important aspects to having a website, that is Google Analytics, so you can monitor your traffic, the visitors which are coming visiting your website, so you need to track those. And there is another important thing, that you need to be able to index your website in Google using the Yoast SEO plugin and open up a Google Search Console account. So so those two topics are, if I include those topics, this video will be even longer. So that's why I'm linking to other videos, two videos about indexing your website on Google and Google Analytics down in the description below. So you must check those out, otherwise it would be difficult for you to maintain and get the data from your website. So I'm putting the links down in the description below, so check those out. And if you have found this video useful, then please make sure to like this video, and also please subscribe to my channel so you get more updates to videos when I release a new video about building another kind of website. So thank you, have a great day.